All right, thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Guadalupe Ruiz. You can call me Lupe, and I serve as the Director of Student Success in the College of Engineering at UCR. I'm accompanied by a few of my colleagues. I will allow them to introduce themselves. So Juan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Juan Trejo. I'm actually an undergraduate student and I actually work at the Transfer Center. I'm part of the Transition Transfer Program.
Awesome, thank you. May?
Good evening, everyone. My name is May Timraz, and I work with Lupe in the student success team. I'm the student success coordinator, and I support students with undergrad research, grad opportunities, and anything that will help them after they graduate.
Awesome. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some resources and a brief overview in terms of what my team and I do to help students succeed in the College of Engineering. Hopefully you got an opportunity to check out some of the faculty presentations that we had during this week. If not, I was told that they're going to be made available via some kind of digital format, so please keep an eye out for that. And at the end, I will have my contact information. So if you have any questions that maybe I didn't answer or things that come up, you can reach out to me at any point. And if I don't know the answer, I will refer you to someone who may be able to better assist you. But also feel free to throw any questions that you may have in the chat for us. If you want to unmute yourself or get any kind of other support, please let us know and we're happy to help. So with that, I will go ahead and get started. So to give you a brief overview of what the student success structure looks like and who the team that supports our students and what that looks like is our 3 staff members. These are professional staff. So you have myself, Fernanda, who oversees our professional development. This includes student organizations that are specific to engineering. She oversees our professional development with resume and internship and company tours. So she's really the go-to person for anything pertaining to your future potential career in engineering so that you become a well-rounded engineer, not just attend classes, because it does consist of so many other elements. And so what our team does is help inform you of what those resources are and what are the things you should be looking out for in order to get you these experiences to add to your resume and enhance your potential throughout your time at UCR. May Tamraz, as you heard earlier, she's joined here on this call, and her role is to help support undergraduate research opportunities for our students in the college. So this means if you are interested in research, you don't know what research is, but you hear this term so much at the university level, she can help connect you with these resources, help explain them to you, help oversee and connect you with faculty that may have these research experiences and guide you through that process. And she also helps with once you get into the research lab, what can you do? How does this translate into your future career? Are you interested in graduate school? And what are those next steps for you? So we together as a team help you to create the experience as an undergraduate student that you desire for yourself. So we're not necessarily academic advisors, and we're also not just career training staff. We are your co-curricular and extracurricular support staff that are going to help have these conversations with you as you're navigating the institution and trying to figure out what is the best experience or pathway for you, because we want to make sure that your experience in the College of Engineering is going to be one that's going to elevate and enhance your overall educational experience. So what does that look like? So as incoming students, we usually inform all our students that you have to make sure you complete at least one, if not all 3 of the following. You want to be able to engage in research, participate in a student professional organization or club, or conduct an internship. If you can do at least one, if not all 3 of these during your time at UCR as a future engineer, you're going to be setting yourself for that competitive field that you're going to be entering, right? Engineering is already a high sought out field. we want to take your experience to the next level by having you engage in one of these 3 experiences. And the great thing about this is that you have a support team that's going to help you think about these experiences and put you in positions that are going to put you in front of alumni, in front of industry partners, take you on a company tour, and really set the tone for how you're going to be able to articulate and talk about your experiences as an undergraduate. So you also have your faculty, which if you attended some of the sessions earlier this week, you may have already met some of them and connected with their current field of interest. You have additional staff, such as your academic advisors that you may meet later on at UCR. And then we also have a career center that is a service to Central Campus. And they also have an engineering career specialist who helps students navigate career professional training. So you have multiple levels, right? Like it's not just one person, it's not just one thing. There are levels that are stacked to help support you. And you also have peer mentors like Juan, who mentioned he's an undergraduate student right now, but he's received the training that is necessary to help inform you and give you those tools and resources that he's taken advantage of that can help you prepare for your experience here as well. So in terms of student support, what we offer, as I mentioned earlier, is our team also offers peer mentoring. And this is for first-time incoming first-year students and transfer students. So if you're either one of these population of students, you have the opportunity to receive a peer mentor who's usually an upperclassman who can help guide you through some of these questions that you may have. You don't know where to start for an internship. You don't know where to submit an application. You don't know how to submit for a scholarship, right? These are the peer mentors that are going to be able to point you in the right direction with the resources and tools to help get you that experience that you're looking for. In addition to peer mentoring, we also offer social events and community building experiences. And this is a huge, huge part of our college. We are really big on building a strong community of support for students. Engineering is going to be tough, and your transition into the College of Engineering is going to be tough. But the thing about it is that if you surround yourself with peers and support groups and a community that is going through the similar transition as you, that are taking the same classes or have already taken those classes and can give you some of the knowledge on how to get through and how to succeed and excel, then it's going to help you not feel so alone, right? Because even as a future engineer, you're not going to work independently. You're going to have to work in teams. So getting the practice now on how you can work with teams and build a good team dynamic, build good communication skills, build good problem solving and decision making skills, that's going to help you become a better overall professional in your field. And then we also have alumni connections. So these are students that have now gone on and graduated, have either pursued a graduate degree or are now professional engineers. And they are willing to come back because they want and they believe in the cause so much that they want to give back to you all as students. So we usually host panels, or we now opened up a student professional conference that's held once a year with alumni. We also connect with them to go on company tours to really, again, help give you as many resources as possible during your time here. So it's almost kind of like we're going to give you this platter of resources and this toolbox with all the little elements you're going to need to make your career as an engineer better. But it's up to you to decide how you're going to use it and when you're going to take it out, right? So please be on the lookout for these experiences and support mechanisms that are meant to help you. Our goal is to get you to where you want to be, and you get to create this experience for yourself. So highly, highly recommend for you to take advantage of the support in place and the community that's here designed to help you. So we do have 2 spaces as the Student Success Unit. One of those is the Engineering Transfer Student Center. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we offer a community space for students. We also offer coffee. Sorry, it's a little loud. We also offer snacks, food throughout the day, and we provide additional support as needed. Okay, and then we also just recently opened the Student Professional Organization Center that is right across the hall from our Engineering Transfer Student Center, and it functions very similarly where we have students that are peer mentors that help support run these spaces. These spaces are available for you to come study, hang out, meet new friends, and get away from the library sometimes because the library can get really full. But if you want to build that camaraderie and not have necessarily a quiet space to study, but you want to build that momentum with other peers, these two spaces are great places on campus in the engineering side that can help you provide that space. So some events as well that are offered that I wanted to give you kind of just a brief overview. This is not by any means an exhaustive list of everything that we offer, but I wanted just to paint a picture for you so that you know what you can expect by coming to the College of Engineering at UCR. So fall, winter, spring, we offer recurring events. Some of these are in collaboration with our College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences to help build a STEM identity and really enhance your connection to your respective college. So you'll see here, some of those are called RSTEM, which those are in collaboration with our College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences. But for the most part, we also offer some community building experiences and professional development experiences each quarter. So again, you can really cater specifically to what your needs are. So in the fall, we do a big welcome for all of our students to get to meet our peer mentors, get to meet the staff, and kind of get a lay of the land. We also do a big welcome week fest where we bring some student organizations, some campus resources to help get you familiar with what is available specific to the College of Engineering and across UCR. And then we also offer one in collaboration with the College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences, where we're bringing more student organizations and clubs to familiarize yourself with what projects you should be getting into, because some of our student orgs are either project-based or professional development or outreach and recruitment. So depending on what you're really interested in, our student professional organizations could cater to your specific need, whether you want to go to a conference that's nationally or regionally recognized, or you want to participate and get more hands-on experience outside of the classroom and build a project and build a rocket with our Highlander space program, or you're a chemical engineer and you're interested in building a chemical and enhanced vehicle. So these are all experiences that you can get outside of the classroom to help put those skills to use at different capacities. Some of our student organizations are also outreach based. So if you're a person that wants to give back to the community, specifically in our K through 12 schools, or you have siblings or cousins that you really want to expose to the STEM field, some of our student organizations focus on outreach. So this might be a great opportunity for you to give back. So we have like the Society of Women Engineers, our National Society of Black Engineers, our Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. So really our student organizations are very versatile depending on what you're interested in. So as I mentioned earlier, as a student at UCR and the College of Engineering, you want to do at least one, if not all three of the following: student organizations, internship, or undergraduate research experience. So there's really no excuse during your time here as to what you didn't do to enhance your resume or an extracurricular activity that you could have done, because there is something that could be of interest for you no matter what your interest is in, right? So we really push that on students so that you can enhance your experiences beyond the classroom. We also host Professional Headshot Day. So we bring a professional photographer to the college, and for free, you get to take a photo shoot This year it was really cool because we held it in our new student space. We rolled out a red carpet, a literal red carpet for our students, set the vibes with some music, and gave them the experience to help spruce up their LinkedIns. Because as you may hear during your time, LinkedIn is an important mechanism and platform for you to network with professionals. And as you get to the university, you're going to hear that more and more often. Oftentimes, students may not have a professional photo of some sort that goes beyond a selfie. And so we bring a professional photographer to campus for free so that our engineering students could have a really well polished LinkedIn. And then we also host LinkedIn workshops that may or Fernanda run for our students to help you set all the bullet points that you want that is going to help attract the networking experiences that you desire. We also do a company tour per quarter. We usually do one per quarter. And this year we went to Seattle for our company tour this quarter. Juan actually got to go to that trip, and it was a really cool experience. And maybe if we have a couple minutes, he can share a little bit more about what that was like for him. But we got to tour the Microsoft campus and the Parker Aerospace campus. And then we also walked around the Amazon campus, and we went to the Boeing Museum. So it was an overnight stay. We stayed there for 2 nights. And I really like to say that the way that you get to experience these and what it does to help you internalize the potential of what is out there for you waiting. And I think it kind of gives you that boost of like wanting to do your degree and exceed so much more because now you see what is out there. So it was really neat to see that. And we are very grateful that we have the support structure to be able to take students to experience that. For winter, we're still planning that, and spring as well. But again, all of these experiences are intended to help put you in places that are going to help you exceed. The winter quarter is when we host our student professional conference. And then we also host a Find Your Research match with our partners in CNAS. And this is, if you're interested in research, we bring some of the campus undergraduate research programs to an event. And then we also bring other faculty and graduate students so that you can come and network with them in an informal setting to learn more about what their research is focused on and when you can apply, what that looks like, what is the time commitment, is there any financial compensation available for your work, and just kind of take the load off of finding these experiences on your own. We bring them all to one place, and May helps to oversee that event. And then collectively with your student success team, we host an Ignite Student Professional Conference where we bring alumni and industry professionals to come network with you. So it kind of takes that load off of what is the conference and what is the importance behind it? Why do I need to go? I'm nervous. I don't know anybody there, right? It takes that load off because now you get to experience it with your peers. Now you get to go with friends that can help you feel like, okay, I'm not by myself. I'm not having to initiate this conference with this industry professional on my own. You kind of get to practice so that when you get out into your career field and you're a junior software engineer or mechanical engineer somewhere, you already know how to begin that networking experience, and you know how to enhance your elevator pitch. So these are all experiences that are intended to help build your professional development in the college. In the spring, we do an event where we're building your enhancement to your college. So we do a college spirit night. And essentially, this is kind of a trivia night where we go head to head with our colleagues in the College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences for a trophy that's at stake. This last year, BCOE took it home. We hope it's going to stay here with us. And we're building a trophy case in one of our hallways so that we can display all these trophies that not just you all at our future engineers are winning at competitions and at hackathons, but we're also implementing some through the college. And then we host an end of the year gala for our students to highlight student achievements. These student achievements are scholarship awards professional development experiences, so your student organizations that I mentioned earlier, and then undergraduate research experiences. So faculty that have undergraduate researchers in their labs also nominate these students to receive awards and be recognized at this gala. So it's a great way for us to, again, highlight student achievements and all the great work that goes on in our community beyond the classroom. In the summer, it's a little bit quieter, but we do have undergraduate research experiences to help get these students the experiences and build their summer with potential graduate pipeline or get a good strong letter of recommendation for the future. So all of these have a purpose, and it's all about being intentional with what opportunities you want to partake in that is going to help you get into the spaces that you need. So these photos that you see here are the top left one with the number 1. That's from our student professional conference that we hosted. The one on the bottom and the one to the right on the bottom, those are from our company tours. And then the one at the upper right-hand corner is from our summer research programs that we ran a couple summers ago. So you get to see a little bit of everything that is offered. So how I like to usually wrap up and kind of leave my moment with students once I'm done with a presentation is I want students to really think about what you just heard from me. What are the resources that stood out the most? And how do you anticipate that when you look back at the end of your 4-year degree or 5-year degree, however long that takes for you to earn your bachelor's degree, what is going to be the highlight of it? What are you going to be able to say that you did during that time to help set your future self up for the career and the life that you seek for yourself, right? Because we're giving you all these tools and resources and these experiences, and we're putting them all in front of you. But if you don't take them, then nothing happens. It really takes that moment of courage, that moment of vulnerability, that moment of I'm not sure, but I'm going to take the opportunity anyway and see where this goes. Or, you know what? I don't know if I qualify. I don't have all the eligibility requirements, but I'm going to put my name in the pot anyway and submit my application. That is going to propel you to your next experience, that is really going to take you moving forward. So I really want you to think about where you're at now and what you seek for yourself. Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years? And what are those intentional daily habits that you're going to take from now on to get you to become that person that you see for yourself? Okay? Because this is the end goal, right? Graduation, celebrating with your family, your loved ones, your friends. And you want to be able to say you made the best of it and you made the most of it. You were nervous and you stepped out of your comfort zone, because you really don't grow when you're cozy in your comfort zone. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in order to grow. So this is one of the things I always tell students when I meet with them, really just take advantage of what is out there, even if it feels uncomfortable. Okay, so I think I have a couple minutes left for questions. I left my email here, but if maybe one of my moderators wants to let me know if there's any questions in the chat that I should answer.
Juan and myself try to answer the questions. So if anyone wants to ask their questions live, basically students were asking about the company tours and how they can qualify for those, and how to stay updated on a lot of our upcoming events.
Awesome, okay. Juan, maybe do you want to share a little bit about your experience with the company tour a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started off as a winter transfer, just like you guys currently. And I barely started last year, and within like I'd say 2 quarters, I really made the difference. This year I decided to become a transfer mentor, and I was actually invited to go to the tour. And honestly, it was probably one of the best experiences because I not only got the chance to travel, but I also got the chance to actually meet these companies and be in the same area full of other engineers and software engineers and developers, and that feeling of being in the room with people who you want to emulate at some point, it felt really good. And not only that, but I also got the knowledge to know that these companies don't just look for people who just have a lot of textbook knowledge, but they also want experience. So as Lupe mentioned before, I believe that research, internships, or any type of organization really will make you stand out as a student. And if there was a couple of key points that I took away from this was that they really look for people who are passionate in their field. So if you're really passionate about something, definitely pursue that, whether that's through an internship, research experience, or an organization. And the day you do interview for these companies, they will see that. So I definitely say that the transfer center has given me a lot of opportunities to grow as a student, but also like has developed that professional aspect in me, and I'm really grateful. So it's really cool. It's really great.
Thank you, Juan. May, was there anything that maybe I missed in my presentation or anything that you'd like to share?
I just want to reemphasize what Juan said because one of the students were asking about what majors or programs they should get involved in to do research, to do be able to get internships. And Juan mentioned you really need to be passionate. And that's why also I answered the same. So I was like, want to say that again. But when it comes to majors, there isn't a specific major. You just need to follow what you're passionate about because that will be the main way for you to do what you love and be able to find the opportunities that you're excited about. When it comes to programs, there's a lot that is offered regardless of what major you're in. So you can get involved in research in any major. You can get involved with student clubs in any major. Just really focus on the major that you like, not the major that you think will help you get the internship.
Yeah, so a lot of great nuggets in here. Roberto?
Yes, Lupe, I was going to ask, I definitely want to acknowledge that May and Juan have been doing a great job with responding to the questions in the chat. But just in case a couple of our student attendees had missed them or didn't quite see them in the chat, there might, for maybe a couple of ones that we haven't verbalized, maybe I can read one of these questions aloud and those that didn't see it. Obviously not going over things that May and Juan already just covered right now, but for example, I noticed that someone was asking about how students can stay up to date with upcoming events. And Juan, you made an excellent point about some social media channels that they can turn to. If you don't mind kind of repeating that and sharing with those so that everyone has an opportunity to hear the information.
Yeah, so we actually do have an Instagram page, and I feel that the Instagram page is pretty fast because I feel like most people have Instagram. So if you follow our engineering, I'll type it in the chat. But if you follow, we have two different pages. We have the engineering success, and then we also have the transfer page. And one of the things that we do as mentors is we like to keep you guys updated. So if there's any social event, any professional development event coming up, we'll always keep you notified on the Instagram. Whether, like, for example, when Ignite comes up, we're definitely going to make a post about that. And we just like to really advertise anything that we have going on in the center on our social media pages. So that's one of the quickest ways you can stay up to date is following our pages. And I'll go ahead and put that in the chat right now.
Yes, and just to add to that, I think our social media is one of the places where you get to see our personalities and our community building and our team dynamic really come forth. I apologize in advance for my dancing, lack of dancing technique skills when we do certain trend videos. But this is really where you get to see how, for instance, May, Fernanda, and I get to connect with students. So we try to make it fun. We try to make it inclusive for folks so that everybody feels a part of the community. And it's one of those areas that even if you're not at UCR, you can really kind of see that coming forth in our videos and the posts that we make.
Lupe, I also noticed that someone was asking about, again, there was some responses, but again, in the spirit to make sure that everyone was able to hear out, someone had asked, would it be possible to be paired with a peer mentor from the same major? And they did a great job with kind of walking through a little bit of that. May, would you be okay if you just kind of reiterated how the expectations for peer mentors, how they play out for students who are interested in that?
Yes, I know we always try to do our best matching the students with a mentor that is from the same major, and if they are a transfer with a transfer mentor, or if they are a first year mentor. But sometimes our mentors does not cover all of the majors that we have, so we try to do the best close match. So for example, I gave an example, if you're an electrical engineer, we might match you with a mechanical engineer, or if you are computer science with business application, you might end up with a computer science student or peer mentor. So we try to do our best to match you with a closer to your major, but also our mentors are trained to be very resourceful as well. So they also might be able to connect you to other students who are regular to our spaces that are from your major that will also be able to help. So I think if you're matched with any of the mentors, you will still be able to learn about the resources and gain a lot, and they will help you connect with people from your major.
Yes, and if I may add to the peer mentor element too, I think just to kind of throw in a little additional peer mentor plug is that they really do so much of the heavy lifting for us. They go through a 2-week training where we cover not just campus resources, but really investing on their inner development and their future self as a leader. So, as peer mentors, they're also getting additional training and support and mentorship from the staff to really kind of elevate their experiences. And one of the things that I think makes them stand out is their ability to really connect with students, both formally and informal, with the situations that they're given. So I really give a lot of credit to like Juan and his peers for being able to drive these experiences forward, put themselves in uncomfortable situations and a lot of unknowns, but they handle it with such grace and so much leadership. And I'm really grateful that I get to work with the students that are in our college. Okay, are there any other questions?
A student asked about specific research that I don't have examples on top of my mind, but we have research in all engineering majors, so much that is happening in every department. You can easily, some of the research end up being on the news when it's really a big achievement or a new technology development. Some of it's still not in the news, but we have everything from AI to car development to stem cell to biomedical devices. So everything on all the majors that we have. So there are so much opportunities that you can engage if you are interested in research.
Lupe, I also noticed we had a question again that was in the Q&A section. Someone was asking about when it comes to company tours and traveling associated with these things, how does the funding for this work? And May, again, you were able to share some insights about how that plays out, whether these types of expenses can be covered, of course.
Yes, so we definitely have our company tours are paid for, so we really take into account what we have budgeted and what we have financial support. So we don't put any of that burden on our students. If for some reason you do have to pay an out of pocket expense, then we have reimbursements for our students that get to go on these tours, but they are a little bit smaller just because of, again, like for Seattle, that was a big cost for us to travel up there. So it was a select small group that got to go to it. Last year, when we got to go to the NASA JPL location, that one we got to take a few more students just because that was a little bit closer and it didn't require as much financial expense. So we try to do one big overnight trip that's a smaller group, and then our other two we try to do that are just local here to Riverside that we can just take a couple vans, drive out there for the day, and then come back to campus. So we do take into account those financial experiences for our students, but we provide funding for when there are those upcoming events.
I want to answer this question live that just got. It's a student asking what the Career Center is doing to help students find full-time jobs and internships considering the job market. I don't want to speak on behalf of the Career Center, but I know that they provide a lot of career fairs. They also provide resume review. They have a lot of workshops that help prepare you. But I want to talk about what we offer in our unit because what we try to do is give you that competitive advantage so that in addition to everything that you gained in the classroom, you have a lot that will help you get that advantage to be able to land an internship or be able to afterwards get your full-time job. So when we really push for you to go into company tours and provide those opportunities, the conferences that we organize, the research opportunities that we try to engage you on, all of those are things that will set you apart when you go and apply for those opportunities afterwards. Companies do look for students who have engaged in their time in university, not just did classes. GPA is important, but it's also important if you've been part of a student organization, you've done research, you networked with people, your resume is fully updated and included a lot of engagement that you've done, and your LinkedIn as well. So we try to help you on the side so that when time comes, you are prepared and you can be set apart and find that job that you've been looking for and you worked hard to get.
Hi, Lupe. I see an opportunity for an Ignite plug in Juan's response. Someone was asking about opportunities. Are there opportunities for coordinating in-person meetings with industry experts? And I think, not to take away from his thunder, Juan had cited Ignite as one opportunity where that presents itself. Juan, if you wanted to just reiterate that point, I think that would be very useful information for those that may not have caught this in the Q&A.
Yeah, so last year I had the opportunity to attend the Ignite conference, and one of the motives about getting there early was that you had the opportunity to actually do a mock interview with some of the industry professionals. So I got the chance to basically do this mock interview where I sat down in front of someone. I forgot what company he worked for, but he basically ran me through an interview, same way that you would do an interview in an actual professional setting. He asked me questions. He basically observed my hand motions, my body language. He judged my responses, and he just gave me pretty much on advice on what I should do better. And that honestly really helped me out because whenever it comes to like an internship or a research opportunity, or even landing this job here at the transfer center, those tips honestly came a long way. And now I happen to be here. So I really feel that when you go to these conferences, don't just go just to go, but actually try to talk to the people that are there. We also had the opportunity to have an industry professional that worked at Space Origin at our table. And throughout that entire experience, I was just talking to him, and I actually got his email, and I was able to send my resume to him, and he reviewed it and stuff like that, gave me feedback. So it's not just a place where alumni just shows up and then that's it. It's more of a place for you to take an opportunity to take advantage of the opportunity and talk to them, ask them questions about what they did, how they did it, how they got to where they want to be. And yeah, overall, it's a really good experience.
All right, I think we're coming up here on the last few minutes. If there are no other questions or comments, I just want to reiterate how much there is out there for you at UCR. As a UCR alum, I was also a transfer student coming into the university. UCR gave me so much, and I'm so grateful for that professional development experience. And now is my opportunity to give back to students at that level. If you have questions, even past this day, please feel free to reach out to me on my email, follow us on Instagram, and you can also send us a direct message there. One of our staff will respond. But I'd really like to highlight how much we do for our students to help them become a better, more well-rounded person. And we are so excited to hopefully get to see you and meet you all this upcoming year. Should you decide UCR is a place for me, you have a whole community of support. You've met a couple of us. There's a whole plethora of other resources and other folks just like us that are excited to meet you as well. Roberto, anything else?
Yes, there was one last question that came in that I think Juan had asked. I think it sort of covers some ground that we mentioned before, but I think someone was just asking again that Ignite would be something that could be found on social media. And Juan, you did a great job of letting him know that there will be emails that go out about the Ignite Professional Conference, as well as seeing this promoted on the Instagram accounts that you had put in the chat and mentioned before. So again, it's reiteration. There's a couple different lines of communication that the center is making available to make sure they can get this information clearly and quickly to our students, and they can benefit from that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Have a good holiday break. And yeah, we'll see you around.
Thank you for everyone that attended, and thank you to all my fellow moderators. Have a great break.
Thank you, everyone.
For the rest of your day. Thank you.